Welcome everybody to the 2021 edition of the Alternative F1 podcast, powered by Verge Magazine. It's a new year, same old friends. We've got Andre Dixon in the house. Welcome back, big guy. And thanks to our good friends, the guys and girls at W Series have kept this little love fest going on. We've got Sarah Moore in the house. How are you doing?
I'm good.
It's going to be hopefully an exciting episode where we get to know each other better. But before we power on, we got to thank all the good people that make this podcast possible. So first of all, thank you to Verge Magazine as ever for making this all possible. Big shout out to Beats for making us kitted up with the good stuff, perfect audio quality. And I got to say, I feel comfy as hell wearing these headphones. So that is a plus and it's a good start to 2021. But of course, our main partner, the Natural Barber Company, make sure you check him out. It's a hair product that I use. It's free of synthetics, free of petrochemicals and other harmful ingredients that irritate the skin. And we don't want that. And of course, like every single episode, as I like to say, Gareth Bale calls it his go-to hair product. And goddamn, does he have some lovely hair. So shop now, get 15% off, free next day delivery when you use the code ALTSPORT15 in the UK. And there's a referral link in the bio. So if you're super good, super sweet, click on that. You might get a little extra something too. So visit naturalbarber.co. Woo! Got through the brand messaging 2021. We are looking good. Sarah Moore, it has been a interesting past year for anyone involved in W Series. You've been patiently waiting to get back in the car. How have you managed to keep yourself preoccupied during this period, keeping motivated, keeping hungry, and being able to be ready for doing something as important as racing?
I think for everyone, involved in sport or not, it's had its ups and downs, that's for sure. It started off well. We didn't think it was going to last long. And then here we are nearly a year later. So, it's had its ups and downs, motivation, especially in terms of, training and doing research towards the season, especially when you get yourself worked up, ready for the 2020 season, and then it kind of gets cancelled. It's a bit of a blow, but we just kind of had to click the reset button and just focus on my training has been the main thing to come back stronger. But yeah, just doing some research into the rest of the drivers. So.
Well, when was the last time you managed to jump into a car and just get behind a wheel and feel like, any kind of serious? Of course, some of your, colleagues in W Series compete in other car classes and have managed to get their fix. But for yourself, when was the last time you truly felt like, holy smokes, we're doing this?
My last ever time in a race car was, I think it was October 2019.
Whoa. And I guess
every year.
So again, this is the classic thing, like for people that are aware of the physical demands of motor racing. I'm just worried about all your necks and the kind of G's you're going to feel. So like for yourself, when you take that time off, do you kind of accept that there's a bit of downtime? You say, okay, well, I have to hit a certain point, say months out before we start racing again to start getting to that physical thing, or do you kind of just keep chipping along as you kind of wait?
Usually on what we call a normal race season, I would usually kind of not stop training throughout the winter months, but I would cut back and just enjoy myself a little bit more. Eat the chocolate if I want to eat the chocolate, eat the cake, have a beer or three or whatever. But this one's been a little bit different. Off the back of the 2019 season, I definitely was planning on kind of having more of a winter off, like a good 3-4 months off, and then coming back hard and hitting the training and getting myself ready. But obviously that all changed when COVID came along. So
it's been that is, you've said the perfect thing. That I think if I was of any profession of any sort, I would be hitting the chocolate pretty hard. So that's something I think I'm only professional in, is eating chocolate. So that's what I've got. But I guess first and foremost, it was a super positive end to 2020 in some sorts, especially for the world of W Series, because of course there was the announcement that W Series would join up with 8 races, part of the F1 calendar, which we've been so excited. When we heard the rumblings, we were just like, we couldn't wait. We were like, okay, this is too exciting, and it has to happen because the exposure is just so great for the sport, and of course for women's racing. But for yourself and friends, family, and your fellow colleagues, what was it like hearing that announcement when you know, once it finally dropped, when it was finally official? What were the emotions like?
I mean, you kind of think about it now, and I think back to the moment when we all got told, and sometimes I still have to pinch myself to kind of, you know, realize that it's actually happening. I mean, you know, 2020 we were supposed to support F1 at 2 rounds, which that in itself was absolutely amazing. So to be going into 2021 knowing that we're going to be doing a full season supporting Formula One is, yeah, it's to a lot of people like a dream come true, really.
So I'm going to get to the you know, carry on with this excitement because, you know, as soon as I saw it and I saw like all the different places you guys are going to be going to, you know, I can't wait to, fingers crossed we get to join you as well. Otherwise we'll be watching enviously on television. Fingers crossed. But like, I'm going to ask you, because I was going to ask for 1, but I'm going to actually ask you for 3 tracks that you're looking forward to most on the F1 calendar.
Okay, Silverstone has to be up there. Obviously, home Grand Prix. And then for me, I think probably US and Mexico.
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
Come on. Have you been to them? Have you raced before over in Mexico?
No, neither. The only 2 tracks on the calendar that I've ever raced at are Spa and Silverstone. So
2 absolute belters of tracks. But I've got to say, Mexican Grand Prix was like my first proper experience of any kind of racetrack, apart from Donington from Download Festival, where you're just camping out on the racetrack. So it's not so glamorous. But Mexican Grand Prix, it was unbelievable. And it's kind of, I mean, you know, when Checo Perez was going through the last quarter, it was absolutely insane. So wow, well, I mean, that's pretty solid choices, don't you think, Dre?
Yeah, honestly, I am. Well, as long as we get to go to them too, then that's the main thing. There's some selfishness in there because we've been, I've been stuck in my wardrobe for almost it'll be a year soon.
It's a cool looking wardrobe, though, I must say. There's some cool tops on the wall there.
You know, I have to keep on switching them around. We're gonna get one of your tops on there soon, so we can support you too. So,
nice.
so not to worry. You're going to be in this Hall of Fame here as well. Yeah. So I mean, the exposure this year has been like, you know, is going to be massive for you. You know, racing is of course a big part of your family. With your father and your brother being involved in the sport. I mean, how important has W Series been for you personally?
It's more so for me. It's more what I've learned from it. I guess, you know, the exposure from it has been fantastic as well. I kind of returned back to kind of a bit of a club level in motorsport because I didn't have the money to go any further. So when the W Series came along, that's one of the many reasons why I kind of, you know, went for the opportunity, really. But it's more for what I've learned from it from a driver's point of view that could hopefully help me moving forwards.
It's so important, you know, that, and it's so great that W Series offers, you know, a workspace where you can learn from. And I feel like this last year for all of us has been like a period of learning, and I think that's going to continue. You know, a lot of things that's happened, not only in the sport world but also in the world in general. You know, I think we're all looking to. Everyone is looking to be better people. Organizations are trying to be more inclusive. You know, like Formula One has done a very positive step in working towards that, and hope that may continue. But of course, yourself, being a driver ambassador for Racing Pride, how important, how fun is that for you to be a part of that, to share your kind of insight and being able just to share your thoughts and feelings within that movement?
Yeah, it's great to be part of it. Obviously, as you said, you know, they're trying to be a lot more inclusive in Formula One, to get, you know, not just Formula One involved, but, you know, down the ranks. So to be an ambassador for Racing Pride is something that obviously I'm proud of. And it's just nice to tell people my story and support people and help the people that, are wanting support. So
what are the challenges? What are the kind of goals that Racing Pride hope to achieve by having yourself a part of this? What what are the moments that we can say this is, defines the kind of progress that can happen over the coming days, months, years?
It's all just about getting, the Racing Pride out there, and as Formula One are now going for the equality and just getting the word about and helping people to understand what we're trying to achieve, which is just getting people to understand the whole LGBTQ plus community as a whole. And, we're kind of building our team at Racing Pride now, and we've got a good bunch of people behind it all, and they've all been working really hard. So hopefully in 2021 we've got some good things planned that'll be announced throughout the year, which will be exciting. So yeah, it's looking good.
And I think that's a beautiful thing about what everyone's doing to diversify the sport. It's so important because you can go around the paddocks, whether it's be F1 or just events over at Silverstone or whatever. There's people from every kind of background: male, female, gay, straight, bi, black, white, brown, blind, deaf, idiots like myself. I found Dre, met Dre at Silverstone. So, it's for everyone, right, Dre?
even us. It's, I remember, our first time of seeing some of these cars, and I'm trying to act cool, and I'm trying to be like, yeah, I've been in before. And then literally as soon as I heard one of the engines start, like they tested it out, I was like geeked it up completely. I was just gonna ask, before I get to the more sensible part of my question, I always try to find out like a little bit about you guys personally. So with Vicky Perea, for example, she showed us literally her playlist on her phone. Now you know where this is going now, so I'm going to ask, what is your go-to preparation tracks that you have before the race? Like, you're on the race there, I know there's no music in the car, I'm not that bad yet, but if what type of music do you listen to on the way there to be able to get yourself in the mood?
I've never really one for I don't listen to music all the time, but if I ever do need to get myself into a zone, it's usually Pink. Pink is my all-time favorite.
What a badass! What a badass she is.
You gotta give me a song now. You gotta give me a song.
Pink or Eminem. Yeah, one of the two.
I mean, that's just the like two like badasses right there. Like, gotta say some. I'm not gonna say like, I don't want to confirm or deny, but Pink might be a guilty pleasure up in this house. So big up.
Pink is definitely one of the ones that I wanted to go and see her live. Amazing person. Definitely big fans here. So Pink, you feel free to give us a shout out. There's love for all of us. You probably give. Yeah,
you're cool and all. You're cool and all, Eminem. Like, you're already cool, but Pink, shout out.
Pink is anyway. Pink's up here, and Eminem's just a little bit below.
So have you seen what Pink's done on a live shows? Come on, Eminem, you can't match up to that.
Yeah, like, you can start doing them circus tricks.
Cirque du Soleil, mate. Come on.
So I mean, obviously the season hasn't started yet. You are, getting yourself mentally prepared for it, because obviously especially the first F1 related in particular. We're looking in for selfish reasons as well, because we want to see you in person. But none of these races have started yet. But what are you doing at the moment to physically and mentally get yourself prepared for this new season?
Just being more specific with my training, really. Obviously, leading up after the announcement that we were going to be supporting Formula One, training got a little bit more serious then, knowing that we were going back racing again. But I've just been kind of doing general training. I think the months leading up to the start of the season now, we'll be getting a bit more specific, training the neck, getting the neck muscles built back up again, and getting back on the simulator, spending a bit more time learning the tracks, and watching videos of some of the new drivers that are coming in to see what they're going to be like. So
this is going to be, I hope, the season where we find, even though we've lost like the Australian Grand Prix, which has shifted now to the end of the year, I feel like we're with the vaccine happening, touch wood, things are edging back to normality, and we can get our media access, and me and Drake can walk around like we're somebody when we're complete nobodies in these paddocks, making content.
We better get the elbow from you, Sarah.
That's all right. We'll make you feel welcome.
That's
Exactly.
what I'm talking about. You see, we got to get Sarah saying hello to us when we're walking around.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That air high five and that.
Yeah, that's it. Air elbows. Like, stay away from me. You're not in my bubble. Stay away. Me and Dre would just been on a little bubble freak show, just scrolling through with a camera and microphones, bothering everyone. Because this is a weird thing. We've done this podcast now for a year. We started this before last year's Australian Grand Prix, hoping that we're going to make content as we had done from 2019 Silverstone. And then, of course, we were full of hope, full of joy, hoping that, we can't wait to get in and around races of W Series, Formula One, Formula E. But no, COVID come. Took our fun, but it's been amazing because through the power of Zoom, of course, we've got to know the likes of yourself, Sarah, and your fellow colleagues within W Series, and many more to get to know. But as we wind to a close, this is my favorite part of the show. This is something I missed out when Dre chatted to Jamie Chadwick. We wanted to get to know, of course, people better off from the track. So we're going to start it off with what has been your go-to. I mean, you touched on the Pink, but at the moment, currently, music-wise, artist-wise, who you're listening to, who's on the playlist, what's been just on, what's made the Spotify playlists and whatnot, or Apple Music.
I'll have to check this actually.
Come on, what's on blast?
Yeah, this is what we all the whole interview has come down to this.
This is where we get to decide if we actually can
I
be friends
spend
or
most
not.
of my time listening to 80s music. So
go on, hit us some classics.
Bit of Tina Turner, a bit of Whitney Houston.
Oh, see.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you like the kind of the house singer? Are you like the shower singer or something? Because I feel like you've got to be like.
I like to think so. I like to think so, but my partner thinks she's a better singer than me. So
don't worry. You're like, well, I like that you have like some kind of competition, because my girlfriend in my house just straight up tells me I'm a disgusting singer, and she asks me to stop. So that's what we're working with here. So all right, cool. So you got the classics on the go. So the next we gotta talk about the TV series and box sets and whatnot, Netflix, Amazon, Apple TV, whatnot. What are you watching at the moment, or what have you watched recently? What has got you interested and hooked?
I am watching, don't know if you've watched it, but I recommend it, Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai.
Yes.
See, I watched the trailer and
oh my god, it's amazing. Literally, I think I'm like 5 into it at the moment, but it's amazing. Literally.
See, this is it. I saw the trailer and I was like, how has this come out? Like, it's just cut, because is it new? Am I right? It's a new series, or is it a new show?
There's a new series to it, isn't it? I think. Yeah.
And this is it, right? So I saw it. This is the beauty of Twitter. I just see stuff trending. I'm like, oh, this must be cool then. I need to check it out. It's like at the start of the year when Tiger King was all the rage. I was like, what is a Tiger King? And now we're in lockdown 3, 4, 5. I don't know. So, we've got to...
I don't even know what day it is.
I don't know what it is. Did you watch The Queen's Gambit? That was one of the ones that got brought up last time we asked Jamie Chadwick. Oh, now I'll hit the Cobra Kai. You got to watch Queen's Gambit, because that is one hell of a show. Don't be put off by the fact it's chess. You've just got an absolute female badass kicking ass of all the dudes playing chess. And it's kind of references quite a lot of real moments back in the old days. So if that's something that the F1 crew can give to the world, of course, if you haven't done Queen's Gambit, what is going on? And of course, last question from us on the old social media. What accounts are you loving at the moment that you follow? Maybe it's just on the gram, on the Twitter, that you flick through, you see it pop up in the feed, you go, hell yeah, that's cool. I wish people knew about this too.
I haven't spent much time on social media lately. I've been trying to kind of get myself back into my training zone. So yeah, I mean, I have a flick through. Most of it's like just fitness stuff, but I mean, obviously, I follow the W Series girls, and Alice Powell always has something hilarious on her Instagram,
Yeah.
or one of the girls does. So yeah, and so yeah, I try not to spend too much time on there, to be fair, because it just takes your time away from your day, to be honest. So yeah,
You know what?
bit of a drainer.
There you go. See, Sarah is the true pro because, you know, it's true. We can all definitely do as we like to find ways to get closer with people in these confined times, but also it is very good to look after your mental health and obviously, you know, use social media with a pinch of salt. But as we wind to an end, Sarah, I just, you know, just touch upon your colleagues. What is it like having that group of girls part of the W Series roster? I feel like, and I see like whenever we've asked fellow racers, of course, there are professional competitiveness within any kind of professional sport, of course. But it seems to be like a really good group of girls there that just love racing, have a good time, and just seem to have a really common mutual respect amongst each other.
Yeah, it was quite funny, really, because I mean, most people would think if you get like 20 females together in one room, we'd all bicker and argue. But it was completely the opposite with us girls. We all want the same thing at the end of the day, and we all want to help each other to improve and reach the top and prove that, you know, we are as good as the men. So, you know, we all get on really well, and the banter between us is absolutely great. I love it. So yeah, it's I've met some amazing friends through the W Series.
Well, hopefully that means for us, Dre, that, you know, we will be, when we start getting down there, the paddocks, hopefully, you know, we're going to be welcomed with open arms. We're not going to scare anyone after our Zoom interviews, mate. I think we're...
So after this, Sarah will just turn around the other way.
Exactly. I don't know those guys. Next time, I'm just going to sneak in. I'm going to make sure I'm not wearing a hat, and I will never notice it. My disguise is out there. Dre's going to wear a three-piece suit, not some of his fine sports gear. The ultimate disguise, so no one can hide anymore. But Sarah, I just want to say we're going to bring it to a close. We don't want to hold you any longer. Just want to say thank you so much for chatting to us, sharing with us all the good recommendations, the music. Big up Pink, get on that. Cobra Kai, we've got to check that out. But also just, you know, everyone hopefully watching these podcasts get to know another person part of the W Series roster, understand and see, you know, big up York, the Yorkshire Massive. You got reasons to support and follow. But as we dance off into the sunset, Sarah, and this promising landscape of 2021, where can we find you on the socials if people want to follow your journey and progress throughout the year?
All of the socials, you'll find me Sarah Moore Racing, nice and easy.
That is a true professional, right, Dre? Someone that just gets it across all you know platforms.
Yeah, there's no like a complicated nonsense. You know,
no, you don't need that. Keep it
straight in there, bang.
Yeah.
That's it. You like it? Nice and easy. That's how you find Sarah. And of course, you know, thank you everyone for, you know, rejoining us in 2021. Thanks to Virgin Magazine. Thanks to Natural Barber. Thanks to Beats. We are the Alternative F1 podcast. A huge thank you to W Series. Keep on track. Keep your eyes on any announcements that come through with W Series, because this will be hopefully an unbelievable race season that we can finally get going. And of course, we will continue bringing you great interviews when and whenever we can. So till next time, Sarah, we appreciate you, and we shall all see you next time. Goodbye.